Alright everyone, and welcome back to the F1 League. Today we're at the Hungarian Grand Prix, and we're coming off the back of a rather disappointing result in the last race, 6th place, and just a rather sort of frustrating race overall really. That one, bought the restart and everything, and things did not really go my way in that race, but we're hoping for a bit better today than at the Hungarian Grand Prix. And here we are then in qualifying. You can see I'm already up in 3rd place, so going alright in this one, I have to say, although I think a few people did have some problems. I think someone had a qualifying ban as well, so maybe it wasn't truly reflective of my overall pace here, but I was still going pretty well. I mean, Hungary is a track that I've gone well at in the past in league racing, certainly on F1 2013. That was sort of the game where I was certainly best at this track. I remember having 2 or 3 wins here, I think, in league racing just on that one game. So certainly one that I have had some good races at in the past, but wasn't actually expecting to do that great here, just because I haven't really been on the pace in races so far, compared to the top 3 or 4 in this league. But around the final corner we come, then you can see Hickey's now joined the league from Pinnacle and TGP, so we'll probably get held up by him at some point. But we actually managed to go 2nd then with that time, and you're going to see in a minute that we actually did restart this. I'm not sure if we actually saw it there, but Silent Mole disconnected. So we actually ended up restarting the lobby and in a rolling start for the 2nd race in a row. And I was 2nd then overall, which isn't bad. Hickey 3rd, then my teammate in 4th. And you can see it here we are now for the restart then. Silent Mole back in the lobby. I've turned into Sebastian Vettel because my teammate decided not to turn up for the restart for some reason. And F1 2015 may not have added a safety car, but at least we've had 2 safety car restarts here then. As we're now underway then, I actually messed up the final corner there, so Silent Mole did have a bit of a lead across the line, and Hickey's now all over the back of me, but he was having some lag problems there on this opening lap, and he was looking to the inside there, I think, but I managed to hold on to the place, at least for the meantime. And I was still in 2nd place, and Silent Mole already starting to build up quite a gap here. It didn't really help that I messed up the restart, and it looks like I was just really struggling a bit on the heavy fuel because I was running wide quite a lot there. Hickey's all over the back of me now then. Wasn't sure which way he was going to go there, which is why it looked like I was weaving a little bit. Then he cuts back on the inside. I think there's still a few lag problems for him there, but it was clean, or at least on my screen, and he threw it up into 2nd place then. And love to hope that for once we don't get held up by him then, as we did so many times in Pinnacle and TGP. But we're going to skip now then to the next lap, and he did have a bit of a gap on us now then. Things were starting to spread out a little bit. But RBZ then is behind us. He's in the slipstream, and he must be running no error whatsoever, because he's come from out of nowhere and just dived at the inside then, and through he goes then into 3rd place. And he's got DRS to fill away now then as well, so he's up into 3rd. I'm down to 4th, and this early part of the race was not very interesting, I have to say. We all sort of spread out quite a bit. Wasn't really until pit stops started happening that sort of it became more interesting, as RBZ is now into the pits then. So he was a 3-stopper then, pretty much locked him into a 3-stopper, I'd say, pitting that early then for tyres. We were going to lap 11, I believe, on our set of option tyres. We're going to go for option prime in this one. And on the next lap, Silent Mole actually came into the pits then, so that pretty much confirmed, I think, that he would be on a 3-stop then today. Me and Hickey were staying out for now, as was Jonesy behind. I think he may have been on prime tyres though, I'm not sure about that one, but I think so, given how it played out in the end. We skip to lap 10 then, and we're catching back at Hickey now then. His tyres are starting to drop off, and we're trying to get on the outside then, because he went defensive towards turn 1. But he held the position then, and we've got DRS again, but it doesn't look like we're going to be close enough. I really don't think the DRS is really that useful on that little run from turns 1 to 2 there, and we couldn't capitalise on it, and he maintains the place. The place for now then. He's going defensive towards turn 4, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be close enough here then, unless I can cut back underneath, kind of like he did on the first lap, but no, I can't. And he does now pit then at the end of this lap, and that did actually cost me a fair bit of time, because now Jonesy's caught right up to the back of us as well. So I can't lie though, I have missed saying that I'm being held up by Hickey. It has been quite a while since I've had a chance to say that. And we're on to lap 11 now then, and that is my pit in lap. So in we come then. Jonesy's going to follow us in, I really hate sort of the pit assist thing that's in this. I mean, you turn off pit assist, so you think that you could just drive in, but no, it just sends you out of control and everything. I don't know why. Been to the pits we can then, and yeah, James is in behind us as well then. Pro Racing, who started on the prime tyres, he was near the back because I don't think he set a time for some reason in qualifying. I think he's having some problems with the setup or something. So yeah, he's still yet to pit then. He's in the lead now, and RBZ's gone through, having pitted earlier. There goes Hickey, and we've got Case Legend, who was behind us in the early laps, and it looks like he's undercut us as well then, so he's probably on a 3-stop as well then. So it's really going to be an interesting race now to see which strategy comes out on top then, the 3-stop or the 2-stop, or yeah, which particular driver will it be who comes out on top then with their strategy, as we are well out of shape then on cold tyres there. And now Jonesy, who's also on cold tyres but is not sliding about everywhere, is going to look to pass us, and we run well wide in turn 4, and yeah, that pretty much just gives him the place then. Up into 5th place he goes then, and yeah, he's a lot quicker than me, I think, so yeah, it would have been no point in trying to hold him up there really. As on the few laps later, in fact, it was the Pro Racing came in then, having started on the prime tyres, and now he's going on to options then. So yeah, he's probably going to catch us back up in a bit then, as we were getting stuck behind Case Legend then, who was already sort of getting near to his second pit stop then, and our tyres were a few laps newer then, so we really should have been trying to get past him here then, not waste any more time. But yeah, it certainly wasn't as easy as it looked then passing him here then, as we were stuck behind him for quite a bit, and yeah, it looked like I was a little bit lagging on there. I was a little bit worried that I was going to have a similar instance to when I had the Hamilton fan at Silverstone on the hanger straight, but luckily not. And yeah, I got the inside there with DRS, and Pro Racing got past him as well. So yeah, that really did cost me about 5 seconds, I think, there again, stuck behind him, which was a bit frustrating because yeah, it wasn't not very good at overtaking, it seemed, in this race. But Pro Racing then dives up inside into turn 1 on lap 17. I believe someone else had just pitted. In fact, I think it was RBZ for his second pit stop. That might have actually been on the previous lap, but I'm not sure about that. But Pro Racing's passed us now then into 3rd place, and certainly it's all action going on here then. It was rather uninteresting early part of the race, but then sort of once we got the first pit stops out of the way, it really came alive, I think, this race. As we're now on to the end of lap 18 then, and we passed Jonesy, who just came into the pits then, so we're back up into 3rd place now then, with Hickey back in the lead then, and Pro Racing in 2nd, chasing him down. And once again, Hickey's tyres fell off, and not literally obviously, but you know what I mean. And we caught right back up to him, and once again we're getting stuck behind him then, but he did run wide there out with a turn. I have no idea what corner number that is, and we get the inside into the next right hander, and it looks like we've just about got through. Then he's going to be on the inside line though for the penultimate corner, but he was coming into the pit, so he kind of did have to back out of it there then, and sort of get him behind me so he could go into the pit lane, or else I'd have been blocking him from going into the pits. So yeah, I'm back up in 2nd place now then, with Pro Racing in the lead, and on lap 22 then, which was my in lap for the 2nd time, and RBZ is now right behind me once again then. He's going to dive at the inside into turn 1, and yeah, just about gets moved done, and I had to take a little bit of avoiding action there, but yeah, he's through then into 2nd place, and we're now just trying to hold on to these set of tyres for the rest of the lap then, and get to our pit stop then, as in we can then for our 2nd stop. It's going to be over to the prime tyres this time then, and yeah, we'll be on those tyres to the end of the race then, so hopefully we'll emerge in a good position then, and we'll at least have the knowledge that we don't have to pit again. So even if we are a few places behind, then we can hopefully still get ourselves ahead of some of the people who are 3-stopping in this race. As there's another good stop then onto the prime tyres then, and it looks like Hickey's probably going to pass us here then, and out of the pits we going. Yep, there he goes. And we're on cold tyres then, so it might be a little bit difficult here to hang on to this position from Case Legend out of the pits. As we're tiptoeing through turn 1 and on the cold tyres, sliding about everywhere, but we're still ahead for now then, but we do have to sort of be careful for this half lap then, where our tyres are still very cold, and we're running well wide in turn 2, and in turn 3 we're well out of shape, and Case Legend's just going to dive past us then, and we looked like we may be able to fight back towards turn 4, but we just had we're going much slower then because of how slow we were at turn 3, and yeah, couldn't fight back there then. But we do have DRS on the next lap, and I did want to get us past him nice and quickly this time, so I didn't lose any more time. As up the inside we go then into turn 1. It looks like I've just about got the move done then on the exit, but no, we've been hit from behind. That spun us round and that was going to have cost us a few seconds there then. But fair play to Casey Legend, he did slow down and give the place back, so I did appreciate that one there. And yeah, well, at least we are now ahead of him then, at least, and up into 5th place. But yeah, it did cost us about 5 seconds, I think, so I was a little bit unfortunate there. But we are on these sides to the end now, then we can just sort of get on with it. And yeah, you see Jonesy there then coming in for his final stop. He's rejoined just behind us then, so he's probably going to pass us then, so he was a lot quicker than us in this race. And sure enough, by the end of the lap, he was right on our tail. He's got DRS now then, so he'll probably just get his one done pretty easily then. I've been 9 seconds behind Hickey at this stage then for the final podium place. And up the inside he goes then, and it looks like he's through then into 4th place. I'm still there though, on was the inside for turn 2. But yeah, I'm not stupid enough to go for a dive bomb into turn 2 there then, because yeah, completely different race to us I think today then. And RBZ actually had to go into the pits then again on the next lap, which I'm pretty sure was for his 4th stop. So yeah, I think he was involved in some kind of an incident then, and yeah, that hurt him quite a bit in this race. On to the last lap then, and he's on fresh tyres now, and he's catching us as is Silent Mole, who had an incident after his first stop and is trying to claw his way back into some good positions here then. I'll be there a lot quicker than us with those flashy tyres. Dives at the inside into the chicane. There's nowhere I could have gone then once he was at the inside, and I would have probably been risky now to give up the 5th place if I'd gone over the chicane there. So yeah, I just sort of backed out of it. But unfortunately that has put the McLaren right on our tail now then, as we go through these final few corners. But there isn't really any way you can overtake into this final part of the lap unless like you make a mistake. So I knew that if I just kept on the road I should have this position, well, at least 5th place sort of sealed then today, as Pro Racing's already taken them, and then that's a good result from him then from the back of the grid I think, or may have been 2nd from last, I'm not sure. And it's going to be Jonesy in 2nd, then Hickey gets on his debut. There goes RBZ in 4th, and we cross sign then in 5th place. So yeah, a little bit of a disappointing result, but it's still an enjoyable race, a very eventful one. As we see the top 3 then, and it's Pro Racing who wins then from Jonesy then, and Hickey, as I said, on his debut then gets the podium. And yeah, something we haven't really seen much this season then, Rosberg lifting the winner's trophy. But yeah, certainly happened today then. And yeah, this one actually is 3 Mercedes powered cars in on the podium. Almost made the mistake of saying that last time, but today that is actually the case then, as we see the end of the podium celebrations then. And we're now going to go then to the results, and there are the full results then from today's race then, with Pro Racing taking the win from Jonesy and Hickey. RBZ gets 4th in the end, and yep, I was 5th then. So I maybe could have challenged for the podium today then, but I mean, I guess I maybe lost out on 4th, but I think Hickey's was just cruising at the end, so I probably wouldn't have got 3rd in the end. But yeah, so a very enjoyable race then, as we see the rest of the results then. The two McLarens were 6th and 7th. There's a rookie there in 8th place. Well, not rookie, a reserve, I mean, in 8th. Yeah, Hamilton found was the only DNF then. And yeah, that's it then for today's race. If you did enjoy it, leave a like. I'll see you next time for the Belgian Grand Prix. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.